Meron pa yan, yung meron kami mga riders. Diyos mio. Siyempre, yung food business ko noon, we cater to breakfast, lunch, dinner. Diyos ko po, 9 o'clock na umaga, hindi pa dumarating sa commissary kitchen. Pa-lunch na yung pagkain ng mga clients. Aray, ang init!
Always look for the stickers.
Easy to do dinner recipe using, of course, high quality US pork, grain fed to perfection.
Oo, yun na nga yung mga orders ko. So, nakuha nyo na lahat. O, sana ma-deliver by this weekend, kasi yung mga clients ko naghihintay for that. Oo, medyo maraming cake orders, saka mga food orders. Okay, sige. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye. God bless you. Ayan. Okay. Oh, hi everyone! I am Chefmom Rosebud. It's so nice to see all of you again. And of course, welcome to the second season of US Pork. It's the best. Ako, pasensya na. Medyo magulo yung kusina ko. Inabutan niyo pa akong kumukuha ng mga orders. Pasensya na. Alam niyo naman, it's a brand new year. So I'm sure that all of us are looking for a brand new start. And what better way to have a brand new start than by earning from something that we actually love to do. Katulad ko, as you all know, I love cooking and I actually turned it into a lucrative business. So for today, ang isa-share ko sa inyo na recipe is not just something that your family will enjoy, pero pwede rin itong maging recipe idea dun sa mga home food business ninyo. Today, I'll be sharing with you my US pork carnitas using, of course, high-quality US pork grain-fed to perfection. Hindi ko na patatagalin pa. Let's start cooking! Okay, and as I mentioned earlier, ang ituturo ko sa inyo ngayon na recipe is something na pwede nyo maging business idea. Dahil alam nyo naman, nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, all the restaurants and establishments were closed. So marami mga naging entrepreneurs. A lot of people started their home food businesses. Hanggang ngayon naman, marami pa rin yan. Kasi nga, as we all know, food will never go out of style. So, hindi ko na patatagalin. Kukunin ko na muna yung aking US pork from the chiller. Siyempre, I've thawed it already. So, paano nyo nga ba malalaman na US pork ang binibili ninyo? Like what I would always say, look for the US pork sticker. This is available in all leading supermarkets and groceries. And if you're also looking for mga bigger cuts, you could actually contact US Meat Philippines on Facebook to inquire. Kasi doon talaga kayo pwede magtanong dahil yung mga hindi available sa inyong mga groceries. Okay, so I have here our US pork shoulders. What I'm gonna do now, so I will just slice this into, pwede itong into 3s or into 4s. Okay, just slice that. Ang maganda sa ating US pork, of course, like what I mentioned, it's grain-fed to perfection. So when we say grain-fed, talagang sigurado tayo na malambot ang ating mga meats. It's very tender. At aside from that, it's also very juicy. So, ang ating US pork, as compared to the competition, this is actually of premium quality. Pag sinabi kasi natin na tender and juicy, di ba? Kasi may mga karne talaga na sobrang tigas talaga kahit na anong gawin mong pagpapalambot, or it will really take you a long time to tenderize it. Okay, so na-slice na natin yung ating US pork. Let me just open our fire para painat na natin yung ating lulutuan. And let's put a little bit of oil dito sa ating lutuan. And while we're waiting for that to heat up, let me just season our US pork with some salt and pepper. So when you say US pork carnitas or pork carnitas, actually, it's just like how you would prepare your tacos. Pero instead of ground meat, we're using pork shoulder. Tapos isustew natin siya at palalamutin, and then we'll be shredding it later for our tacos. So, ang US pork carnitas, or ang ating pork carnitas is, kanyang origin is actually Mexican cuisine. We will now be browning our meats dito sa ating pan. There. So, when you brown your meat, it actually seals in the flavor at mas nagiging masarap yung lasa niya when we brown our meat. Ayan. Let's flip it to the other side. So just just let this brown, let it continue cooking hanggang maubos ko lahat ng meat, and then we'll go to the next procedure. Like what I mentioned earlier, browning actually makes your meat more flavorful bago niyo siya stew or pakuluan. Just let this simmer until it becomes tender. Kasi nga ang US pork malambot na siya as compared to your other meats because it's grain-fed. So this will actually cut down your cooking time. So for this batch, around 30 to 40 minutes will do. Ayan. So hindi na kayo kailangan gumamit ng pressure cooker. Your ordinary pot will do for this one. So check na lang once in a while kung naubusan kayo ng broth, and then just add accordingly. So takpan ko na muna. Balikan natin to after mga 30 minutes. Okay, so after around 30 to 40 minutes, let's check our, ayan na, US pork. As you can see, ang ganda na ng color ng ating karne. Wow, look at that, see? Let me also try it, ha? Kuha lang ako dito ng ating knife and fork just to see how tender it is already. Oy, hindi na nga kailangan gamitan ng knife. Oh, super tender na. Sarap. Panalo to. Okay, this is good. We can now turn off the heat. Okay, let me transfer it sa ating chopping board because like what I mentioned, we will be shredding this. Ang bango. So, of course, I have here on the side, meron tayong lettuce, we have tomatoes, we have cheese, we have cilantro, we have salsa, and of course, yung ating taco shells. So, you will serve it or you will present it and place it in microwavable containers. Sige, let me just shred this first so I can show it to you. Look at that. Look at how tender that is. Again, like what I said, with US pork, it's grain-fed to perfection. So, talagang tender and juicy yung ating meats. There. Naalala ko nung when I was starting with my online food business, yung aking Chef Rosebud's Kitchen, ako, ang dami rin naman mga trial and error doon. Even with the recipes, syempre bago naman kayo mag-launch ng isang recipe or ng isang menu, you have to try it. But you know, it's very rewarding if you do something that you love, tapos you get paid for it pa. Iba-iba rin ang mga klase ng clients kasi yung mga clients mabait, meron talaga yung ma-complain, yung mga ganun. But you know, if you talk to your clients properly, at pag maayos naman yung inyong binibenta ng mga pagkain, there's no reason for them to complain. And if they do complain, of course, you'll know how to handle them. Hindi ba, Ate Baby? Yes. Yeah, si Ate Baby, yung aking ngayon videographer, director, pati sa lights. Yan, kasama ko rin siya sa business. So, she's had her share of mga funny kwento sa Chef Rosebud's Kitchen. Okay, chop na lahat. Of course, you want it na chop ng small pieces kasi nga para siyang like what we use for our tacos, it's ground meat. So this one is shredded pork. So this is good already. Ayan, after ilang minutes lang, medyo nga lang kailangan exercise ang ating mga arms and wrists, but this is good. So, I'll show you how we'll be presenting it later. Pag gagawin nyo to for your food business or pwede rin naman pong pamilya nyo. Babalikan ko kayo.
Our total cost for our US pork carnitas for 5 servings is 187 pesos and 70 cents. And the suggested retail price for our US pork carnitas kit is 300 pesos.
Ayan, so tapos na ang aking US pork carnitas recipe. I hope that you enjoyed the first episode of US Pork It's the Best Season 2. Naku, I really can't believe na Season 2 na tayo. So again, I would like to thank all the people behind USMEF and of course sa lahat ng mga viewers ko, sa lahat ng subscribers ko. Thank you so much for supporting and for watching my videos. Pero bago ko magpaalam sa inyong lahat, I just want to share with you some business tips which I learned along the way na I'm sure may makukuha rin kayong mga nuggets of wisdom. First and foremost, you have to find a reliable supplier. In everything, kailangan makahanap kayo ng supplier ng ingredients nyo who would be consistent. Siyempre, kailangan ng ating mga ingredients should always be fresh and of good quality. Yan ang maganda sa US pork kasi ating US pork, of course, you could buy it from leading supermarkets and groceries, just make sure that you look for the US pork sticker. And again, if you're looking for bigger cuts, just message them on US Meats Philippines on Facebook to inquire. Okay, second, bukod dun sa paghahanap ng maayos na supplier, of course, you have to make sure that you buy the best ingredients that you can afford. Because believe me, your customers will know if you're scrimping on ingredients. We have to make sure that we use quality ingredients first and foremost para yung ating mga produkto of quality rin. Like what I said with US pork, it's grain-fed to perfection. So every time you buy it, you are assured of its premium quality. At sinabi ko nga, di ba, lahat ng ating mga US pork is tender and juicy. So, importante yan pag tayo ay nagluluto ng pork dishes. And third, pagka meron kayong mga food businesses, of course, packaging is important because first and foremost, our customers not only eat with their mouths but also eat with their eyes. Kanina, I was telling you, baka you're wondering how you're gonna be serving our US pork carnitas. You could actually serve them, ito na nga, mga microwavable plastics like this. So, naka-separate yung ating US pork carnitas along with, yan, yung ating mga toppings, ang ating lettuce. We have our cheese and tomatoes. And we also have here on one pack yung ating taco shells and the salsa. So, what you're gonna do is, of course, just cover this, make sure na properly sealed. And of course, you have to come up with your own brand. Kung may own brand na kayo, paggawa kayo ng magandang sticker. Diba? Make sure na pag nakita ng customers nyo, yung bibilan nila, dun pa lang sa packaging, alam na nila na, sulit yung binili ko. So, just pack it like so. Yan, put your sticker, your brand. Lagay natin dito. Make sure that it's sealed properly. And then, you could actually place this inside your brown paper bags or dun sa ating mga eco bags na merong branding ninyo, diba? It's very, very important. There you go. So, I hope that you learned something new today bukod dun sa recipe which I showed you. Meron din kayong natutunan sa aking Chefmom business tips. Again, thank you so much for watching this episode. Kung gagawin niyo tong recipe na to, of course, take a photo and tag me on my social media account, sa aking Instagram and Facebook account. And of course, pagka i-recreate nyo tong dish na to, make sure that you buy US pork products, okay? And like always, if you enjoyed watching this video, do like and share this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, just click the bell para ma-notify kayo when I upload a new episode. Thank you again so much, and I'll see you on the next episode of US Pork. It's the best! Bye, everyone! So, titikman ko na to. Dahan-dahan lang. Alam niyo naman ang mga ganitong pagkain, medyo makalat. Sarap! Very tender. Malinaw.